Howdy YouTubers, this is Steven and I'm back with another photo analysis. This time I'll be analyzing the album covers of Ayumi Hamasaki's album A1. And this photo analysis was requested by YouTube user LV90047 space period. So thanks a lot for the request, LV. And here we go. Alright, first up is the CD only version of Ayumi Hamasaki's album cover, A1. Alright, when I first look at this photo, I really like it. You know, upon first glance, this photo looks really nice. I like the way that the light is hitting Ayumi, and I like, you know, even though her hair isn't, like, it's kind of disheveled, but it works for some reason in this photo. So I like how her hair looks. I kind of like her facial expression as well. However, there are a couple of problems that I have with this photo or this album cover. And one problem that I have is that I wish I could have seen Ayumi Hamasaki's eyes better. Like, Ayumi Hamasaki to me has really beautiful and expressive eyes. And in a photo like this, you know, a beauty shot photo, her eyes would definitely upgrade the quality of this photo. And you can kind of see them, but I just, like, they could be better. You know, they could look better. They could be more present in the picture. Another problem that I have with this photo is that look at Ayumi Hamasaki's shoulder. It looks really big for some reason. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Her shoulder looks like it's not proportionate to her body, maybe, for some reason. I guess maybe because it's really close up. Perhaps that's just me. I'm not sure. But I feel like, okay, it's the shoulder, and also I think that she's kind of lost her neck. Well, she has lost her neck in this photo. And I just feel like if you just reposition her shoulder a little bit, then it could work better in this photo. You know, there are some instances where, you know, having your shoulders like that and losing your neck can work. It can make for a good photo. And I feel like Ayumi Hamasaki is sort of, you know, on the path to doing something like that, but she didn't quite make it there, if you get what I'm saying. Like, basically, she has she's doing what she should do in a situation like that, which is, you know, the way she positioned her neck and her shoulders, but it just didn't come out the way that it should have. I feel like something is slightly off with it, in my opinion. I feel like something is slightly off with the photo when it comes to the shoulder and the neck situation. However, overall, I do like this photo. And the reason that I like this photo is because I guess ultimately Ayumi Hamasaki's facial expression in the light, you know, it really sells the photo for me. And of course her hair looks nice too. And I also like the way, you know, what she's kind of doing with her hands. The way she positions her hand, as well as just her hand in the photo in general, it helps add some dynamic to the photo. You know, this photo could end up being a little boring and a little too simplistic, but I believe that the hand sort of adds some more like life and vitality and activity to the photo. Let's see. And I like the way that, like, well, her mouth looks a little weird. I guess I wish that she would have closed her mouth totally. But for some odd reason, I like this photo. You know, this photo has a lot of things going against it, but for some reason, I like this photo. But out of all the issues that I have with this photo, the one thing that could totally overshadow those issues that Ayumi Hamasaki, um, she could change is her eyes. If she just livened up her eyes more and made her eyes more present in this photo, like that would distract from the flaws of the photo, in my opinion at least. I think that would be a great distraction. But let's not get too distracted. Instead, let's move on to the next photo. Alright, next we have the album cover of the CD plus DVD version. So this is the album cover for the CD plus DVD version of A1. And, this photo is interesting. On one hand, we get to see more of Ayumi Hamasaki's body, and she's showing more of her body, not just in, putting it on camera, but also in the clothing that she's not wearing. And it does kind of have like a sort of a slightly sexual vibe with it, at least in my opinion. And you can see a little bit of, Ayumi Hamasaki side boob. If you look closely, you see some side boob there. So I'm like, okay, all right. And I like how Ayumi Hamasaki has positioned her arms in the photo. She's crossed her arms in her hands. And I like that. And her hair looks nice too. But for some reason, this photo is lacking for me. This photo is lacking something. And I guess for me, the something that is lacking is like an emotion or a thought associated with it, or like an idea or something. Like, when you see this photo, what do you really think that Ayumi Hamasaki is trying to tell us? Like, she's staring at something there, but are we really interested in what she's staring at? Usually, a lot of times, the way that someone looks at something, I'm like, hey, what are they looking at? But for some reason, I'm not interested in seeing or knowing what Ayumi Hamasaki is staring at. And her facial expression looks a little weird too. Like, her mouth is open again. And I guess it's kind of like I don't know, like, is she supposed to be surprised in this photo? Mesmerized in this photo? I don't know. And I think that's the issue that I have with this photo. While it is a nice photo, I don't really get any type of emotion or connection or thought or idea with it. But, it is a nice photo. It looks nice. And also, I noticed that Ayumi Hamasaki did her nails for this photo too. She got her nails done up in here. And also, I noticed that her hair is darker too. Usually I'm used to Ayumi Hamasaki being a blonde, but I wonder why she changed up her hair color this time around. Who knows? Who knows? In the photo, you notice that Ayumi Hamasaki's eyes, you can see more of her eyes this time around. But for some reason, like, they look like Ayumi Hamasaki to me has beautiful eyes, and they look good in this photo. But for some reason, it's still a disconnect. I still have a disconnect with this photo. It's like I feel like this photo is missing something. Now that I look at this photo a little bit more, Ayumi Hamasaki's body looks slightly out, like slightly weird, maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just, as I look at this photo more and more, I just see more flaws for some reason. I don't know. But for me, this photo it's a nice photo, but for some reason it's not speaking to me. It's not doing it for me. I don't really get any type of a feeling from it that much. You know, like something is missing. But what? What is missing? And to me, I think it's the emotion. It's, some type of expression that lets me know what Ayumi Hamasaki is thinking or is trying to tell us. All right, on to the final photo. All right, so this is the album cover for the CD plus Blu-ray version of A1. And, this is a beauty shot as well. And, it's a very up close beauty shot. And I like Ayumi Hamasaki's eyes in this. I do like her facial expression in this photo as well. However, for me, what's holding this photo back is that it seems like Ayumi is covered up in this photo. Like, maybe it's the hair, maybe it's the way she's positioned her arms, and I don't know, but it seems like she's hiding herself and hiding her face. And I don't know why. Like, Ayumi Hamasaki has a beautiful face. She should show her face in a beauty shot. Why do a beauty shot if you don't want folks to look at your face, Ayumi? But yeah, so that's my issue I have with it. Again, Ayumi Hamasaki's mouth is kind of open still. I don't know, like, why is Ayumi don't want to close her mouth? Is she trying to catch flies in her mouth or something? Like, what's up with that? But I digress. Let me get back to the topic. Okay, so it seems like this is a close-up of the CD plus DVD version of the album cover photo, but it's slightly different though. But it is similar. But yeah, I just feel like like this is a respectable shot, but I was kind of like, there's sort of a saying, I guess, amongst the people in the fashion and photography world, and it's like, hair in the face is for ugly girls. And Ayumi Hamasaki, to me, is not an ugly girl. She's not an ugly woman. She's not an ugly lady. Like, she has a nice, beautiful face to me. So why is she doing this, y'all? Why is she doing this? Why are you hiding your face, Ayumi? You have a beautiful face, so you should show your face in a beauty shot. But maybe this is supposed to play into the theme of the photo. Well, the theme of the album. But then again, what is the theme of the album? The album is titled A1, but I don't really know what that means. Does it mean it's like the A stands for Ayumi, and she's like the one and only Ayumi? Or is it like she's saying like, A1 as in like she is always first? Because when folks, when you were in school, you got lined up in alphabetical order. So maybe she was always first because her letter began with an A. Well, her name began with an A. But then again, this is Japan, so I don't know if they were using the Roman Latin alphabet. So, what else? I don't know what A1 exactly means. For all I know, this could mean like A1 steak sauce. Ayumi Hamasaki's album, A1 steak sauce. Like, like maybe she just really likes A1 steak sauce now. Anyway, any way it goes. Like I've said dozens of times, if you can't interpret a theme, or you have an issue for some reason, you can't do it, deliver a good photo. Just deliver a good photo at least. And the question is, did Ayumi Hamasaki deliver good photos, or at least a good photo? In my opinion, I think she has delivered at least one good photo. At least one. But to be fair, overall, I think that the photos are nice. But of course, I have my picks and favorites. And here they go. I think that the best photo is the CD only version of the photo. I think that the second best photo is the CD plus DVD version of the photo, or the album cover rather. And the third best photo is the CD plus Blu-ray version of the album cover. But overall, I think these photos are a little too simplistic, a little too basic for Ayumi Hamasaki. I don't know. I guess I just expected something a little bit more from Ayumi Hamasaki. But I must mention that I think her people might have listened to one of my photo analyses of Ayumi Hamasaki's album covers. Um, because, you know, this time around, Ayumi Hamasaki isn't giving us like 15 different album covers, thankfully. You know, she kept it pretty simple and straightforward. You know, she just did the standard CD, CD plus DVD, and CD plus Blu-ray versions of the album covers, which is good. After all, at this point in her career, you know, you don't want to be given too many variations of something that not many people are checking for. You know what I'm saying? No shade, no shade intended. You know. So you might don't get mad at me for that. Um, but on the flip side, hey, prove me wrong. Um, but overall, yeah, I just think Ayumi Hamasaki has done better. You know, these photos are nice, but I've seen better from her. But that's all I have to say for the time being. Feel free to let me know your opinions. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Your feedback and your support are extremely appreciated and extremely valued. So thanks a lot for watching. Until the next photo analysis, adios and goodbye for now.